Boy, Mikey finds figures, and I'm out here on a towpath doing a little bit of a live. Let's see, 1.7 miles of Craig Pittman Trailhead, but we're not going that far. There's a sign. There's a sign somewhere through here that said 0.46. That's to the next trailhead, John Glen Grove 1.9. That's going the other direction. All right. Anyways, let's get down the hill and get down here into some nature. Busy out here today. Couple people are in trail. There's a bunch of people fishing on the other side over there. Bunch of kids fishing in the old canal. A lot of big fish over there. Couple big caddies over there. A couple big carp. I've seen a couple big bass pulled out there even. All right. So once you get down the hill, you can see the river. It's kind of back there. We're not super close to it yet. Up here, another. Here's the other side. Just kind of nice open field. See the railroad tracks way off in the distance. We'll go underneath of. So anybody that pops in, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you taking some time to spend your Sunday evening or afternoon, wherever it is that you are. More than likely, you're probably US, so be evening or early afternoon, late afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. But yeah, I like to do these once in a while, especially now we're getting into the summer months. Here we can actually do that. Was I should have took the thumbnail here. This would have been a good spot for the thumbnail, but I could always change that later on. We stop there. All right, but yeah, we like to talk. Hey man, what is going on, Jackson? Nice to see you, man. It's kind of out getting a walk in, talk some toys, some action figures, anything anybody wants to talk about. Uh, yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on. My day is going great. Kind of ending the day, family stuff today. Back to work tomorrow. Had to shave, so I'd go crawl into a fire truck and ambulance. Yeah, just kind of out here in the woods, walking on the towpath. Maverick plays. Hey man, what is going on? Looks like a lot of people are kind of jumping in here. That is awesome. So yeah, so it's kind of like 360 around, so you guys can see the towpath. I'm walking on the paved path. You guys can see the paved part behind me there. So it's like a half mile down, half mile back for this part. But yeah, it's like the Ohio and Erie Canal, like the towpath goes really all the way from Lake Erie um down into Tuscarawas County. So it's I think we have that I cover at my job. We have like 9 miles of the towpath that we cover. It's kind of crazy. Raid, please, everyone. Oh man, thanks guys. That's awesome. Watch out. Yeah, you're not kidding. Especially get off like to the sides. Like a lot of people, there's a girl in front of me, a couple hundred yards up there. She's got her dog out here. A lot of dogs out here. A lot of little game trails like this. Go over to the river. A lot of deer down through here. I don't know. Anybody see anything good? Couple big movies out right now. Grogu and the Mandalorian. I've not looked at any of the toys that's out with that yet. Something I need to kind of pop in and check out. Masters of the Universe coming up. Hello. See, I got a lot of people out here on their bikes. But yeah, I got to check out all these new toy lines. So anybody that's new to the channel, that's just kind of popping in with seeing me live. I'm like a toy collector, so I kind of like to do these live streams once in a while, just kind of talk with everybody, see what everybody's collecting. I'm mostly vintage, Master of the Universe, Playmates, Turtles, Kenner Star Wars, like all the usual stuff. Where are you? I am in Stark County, Ohio. Thought there's a bug up under my hat for a second. Yeah, Stark County, Ohio, on the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail. All right, so we're gonna go under the railroad tracks. Got this nice little here, so or carport basically. Yeah, it's carport. That's it's not basically, it's what it is. So yeah, so you see this is very busy train tracks too. So we're liable to hear the old train whistle blowing while we're coming through, and the river is out that way. It's the Tuscarawas River. I need an old movie suggestion, like 90s. So like 90s? All right. Comedies for the big one. I mean, it's like the heyday. It's like Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, a lot of those guys like heyday for comedies. So if you like a comedy, good place to start. Blockbusters 90s. A lot of early Will Smith stuff like Men in Black, Independence Day. Independence Day is coming up, man. We got a little bit over a month. Good time to watch that. Ask people to like you so you get more viewers. Yeah, I kind of feel like at this point with YouTube, like that's kind of like everybody should know that. But yeah, man, make sure that you're liking this video. I appreciate that. Thumbs up always helps with the algorithm. All right. Yeah, now that everything's really starting to bloom, it's really kind of starts getting hard to see the river and stuff over there. There is a spot up here if it's not too overgrown. I might be able to get down to the river. Let's see. I don't know. That's looking a little sketch, guys. I don't think I'm going down that. What about this? Oh, here we go. I can get down here a little bit. Oh, yeah. See how much poison ivy I can get coming through here. Here we go. So now we got some good river shots. All right. There we go. Check that out, guys. Check out the views, especially this time of evening with the sun kind of setting back a little bit. Still plenty of daylight, peaceful, birds chirping away. A lot of people say that boat, get out on their canoes and kayaks, say like the fishing's really good because it's a little bit deeper than it is in a lot of the other parts of the river. Yeah, it's pretty down here. Okay, good ones. Look, 2 people liked and 7 viewers more now. Man, you must be up to something. You must be up to something. Maybe I should say that more. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. All that good stuff that YouTube tells you to do, and I never tell people to do it. Yeah, check it out, guys. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, it looks like we got like 5 or 6 thumbs up, so that is pretty cool. I appreciate that. I don't even see like any of my regulars. Like I don't see Ian or Christina or anybody in here yet. But I also didn't get on Instagram and tell anybody I was going live. So I just kind of did it. All right, I'll put the camera around so you guys don't have to see my ugly mug. All right. Yeah, so this section of like the towpath is hey, how's it going, man? I see some other people jump in and also you're not ugly. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, like so like that train crossing back there, train trestle back there, that's actually connects come goes towards Canton. I don't know if anybody's familiar with like Ohio, but it's like Canton, yeah, it's like 15, 20 minutes away from like the Pro Football Hall of Fame, all that good stuff. Um, it's like really like the big tourist thing around here. Other than that, and a lot of nature. We have a lot of trails, hiking trails, rivers, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do when it's warm out. Ohio's pretty much shit in the wintertime because there's just, we got the Browns losing and, that's about it. All right, so I'm gonna go back up this hill. Which one did I come down? Looks like I might be able to get up here too. I came down over there. All right. So I'm gonna get back up on the is there a little bit of a lag? Probably because I'm down like off. All right, show you guys where I came down at. So look, deer prints. A lot of deer come down through here. Okay, back up on the path. All right, so hopefully that leg starts to go away now since I'm back up on the trail a little bit higher elevation. Down there in the river, it's kind of a little bit of a valley. Yeah, I'm in like Navarro, Ohio. Uh, and this like part of the trail that's paved goes between the trailhead at Waterworks Park and comes over to US 62, and then it carries on, goes down past Nichols Bakery. I don't know if anybody eats Nichols bread, but this is where it's baked at. A lot of times in the morning, that smell of that fresh baked bread is insane. Mid spaghetti sauce is also made here. So you got mids on one end of town, Nichols bread on the other end of town. Yeah, just a great peaceful area. A lot of people out riding motorcycles tonight. I hear motorcycles going up down 62 quite a bit. Actually, one just passed. That's kind of why I mentioned that. All right. So just kind of, you guys can see where we're heading to. Go up towards 62, and then I'll turn around and probably start heading back at that point. This is just supposed to be about a mile trip, so that little detour down on the riverbank. I'm gonna just go move to Ohio. I'll come to your house and see you. I mean, it is a big state. It would probably take you a little while to find me, but it's also a small town, so people know who I am. I mean, it's small, but like I said, we're like 10 minutes, 15 minutes out of Canton. So like tack on our 10 minutes to that from Akron, and then another half an hour to get to Cleveland. I mean, really like to get to Lake Erie, depending on traffic, you're like an hour. If you want to go down to Marietta, it's like the Ohio River. That's a little over an hour. So it's like Northeast Ohio is a little over an hour to Pennsylvania. Uh see like Cincinnati's like 6, 7 hours. Oh my god, 6, 7. I completely hate myself right now just throwing that out there. Kind of surprised, like some of these yellow. That's like fall time flowers. I feel like that. Maybe that's why my sinus has been so bad. Maybe that's why I take two allergy pills and I'm on antibiotics. That probably got something to do with it. But pretty flowers. They just don't agree with me. North Carolina. All right. I have friends in North Carolina. I've been to Wilmington. Wilmington is legit. Like, took a tour of USS North Carolina. That was super fun. Um, Topsail Beach is amazing. That's my friends are not far from there. So I normally will stay right by Topsail when we go down to see them. All right, so here's the bridge over US 62, or where 62 goes over the river. All right, I guess we'll cross 62 just for a few minutes here. But yeah, we kind of pop out. Always look both ways. Down there, you see a sign with a horse and buggy on it because this is Ohio, Northeast Ohio, and I mean it's not like a huge Amish population, but we do have pretty substantial Amish population around here. Every time I go to Dairy Queen, there's a bunch of Amish at the Dairy Queen. They love. So, ooh man, here come the mosquitoes. Maybe I shouldn't have crossed the road. Yeah, because you could see like it hasn't rained in a couple days, but there's still water over the towpath down here. Like this area where I'm at's not a good representation of where the towpath actually come through because we're actually south right now of where the towpath come through Navarre. When we go back, I can show you better, but it would have crossed more this direction, which is north, and then went west to east. It kind of went straight through the center of downtown. Back in the you know 1840s, 1830s, 1840s, when most of the construction got done. A little history lesson. By like the 1860s, like Civil War-ish, 1880s. At that point, really, it was just all right. You had trains going clear across America at that point. So the towpath just kind of become like a thing for like floating freight down to a lot of these towns, like um, oh, especially like here. There was a grist mill that was right by the bakery. That's how old this bakery is. Um, so yeah, like canal boats came up to the grist mill, unloaded flour, wheat, sugar, all that good stuff, and so that's like really what the canal was used for at that point. No, I don't have a friend in North Carolina named Ian. No. Um, Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was talking about the towpath on it. 1913, gigantic flood. Pretty much ruined it and that was it. Like that was the end of the canals in Ohio at that point. Other than what's been restored for recreational, like ooh, I just seen a little bit of that leg you were talking about. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna get turned around and just that couple hundred yards, that should have been enough to, like, extend this to where it will be, like, a full mile then. Because that section of trail I was on is not quite a half mile, that paved section. Sorry there's no deer out tonight, like, normally, like, where I'm at right now, a lot of times, I'll kick a deer up, or at least some rabbits. I'm really surprised that there's no rabbits. Like, we've seen plenty of birds, lots of squirrels are out. Yeah, shocked there's no rabbits, 'cause this gotta be the rabbit capital of the world, I'm telling you. Yeah, you can see there's still even though we haven't had rain in a couple days, Just still a lot of swampy. That's probably why the mosquitoes are so bad. All that water's been there for a couple of days, getting stagnant. Yeah, you can see there that that water's looking not looking so nice. Oh, I heard a frog. I said the water's not looking so nice, and the frog got pissed off. That was just a squirrel. Yeah, like over here, back on the other side, go fishing. Yeah, a lot of good fishing around here. My stuff's at home in my truck. No, it's not. It's at home in my basement. I lied. I'm sorry. I don't even have my fishing stuff in my truck yet. Usually it is. All right. Got other people jumping on the path. All right. I think this tells me, no, it doesn't. I swore there was a marker that said point, like 0.46, but yeah, like down through here between the river and these train tracks, it's where I normally will find the deer. There's a mama and a couple. She usually has a couple babies running around every year this time. They kind of run the railroad tracks, cross over through the path, and go down to the river. Go fishing. Subscribe. Oh, thank you. I think it's just me watching now. Yeah, you might be. I show two, but yeah, you're very possibly the only person here. So thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for taking time out of your Sunday to just go on a little walk. Oh, that was a rabbit. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I just seen like fur go up over the railroad tracks. I think it was a rabbit. So like this set of the train tracks right here, this part of it, it literally has one purpose. Like it spurs off from the main uh train tracks that we went under a little bit ago. This spurs off of that and it goes along and it ends up going to Nichols Bakery because that's how they get a lot of their large quantity, like flour and stuff like that. That's how they get it now is by train car. So a couple times a week, you'll see a train come through here. They'll go down to the bakery, pull out some old train cars, put some new ones in there, keep the bakery in business. It's probably a lot cheaper to do stuff like that. Like the flour. I don't know what all. I know there's usually two or three train cars back there. So it's gotta be like some kind of like flour, grain, cornmeal, something like I don't know. It's probably a lot cheaper to do it by rail than it is any other way. All right, so now I'm kind of going uphill. So we're getting kind of level with the tracks at this point. No deer at all. That's crazy. I wonder where she's hiding at. I walk right up on her sometimes. Like we'll be like 20 feet apart and not see each other until we see each other. Then we're like, uh oh, now what? So normally I just like she'll sit there or not sit there, but just kind of stand there, eyeball me till I start getting past, and she side eyes me until she knows that I'm gonna keep walking, and then she goes back to what she was doing. All right, so there's that area where I went down beside the river. You can kind of get down through here too, but there's not a nice path to get down to the bank like there was earlier. All right, now we're back downhill. So you see the railroad tracks are kind of elevated over there. All right. So yeah, so that kind of just keeps going around. It goes around the curve, and now you can see there's the main line. So it goes through. You can almost kind of see through the trees, and they kind of curve, and then they come up together. I don't know, 100 yards, 150 yards away over there. I just heard either somebody just threw a great big rock in the river or a fish just jumped that was good size. All right, so here's the train trestle again. All right, you want a pet rabbit? Oh, I have a cat and a dog. All right. Yeah, I don't have any animals. Mom has two cats at her house, Tornado and Hurricane, and they live up to their names. I work two jobs, so it's just a little too difficult to try to take care of pets. I don't know. Let's scan the field. No. Yeah, very surprised. Very surprised no deer tonight. Sorry guys. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Usually I see some deer. It's too late today to see any turtles out sunning alongside the river. If I go the direction I'm going now, like where we're about to pop out here in a few minutes, if I continue down there and there's sections of the old towpath, there's like down trees and whatnot through there, and you'll always see turtles during the day when it's nice out of the water, up on a branch, getting some sun. Eastern painteds, some big snapping turtles. We got some really big snapping turtles around here, like a good 15 inches diameter and bigger. They come, I mean, but it's easy though, because they just come out of the river and they go across, and then like the towpath or the towpath, the old canals on this side. All right, so back along the river. Strange dog. What's going on, man? You're a little late to the party, buddy. Like, I'm almost done. How was your day? Did you watch any wrestling? Is what I need to know from you. I didn't watch Clash because I don't have that ESPN app. I just kept on, kept up with what was going on the internet. The only match I didn't get right was I really thought Cody was going to drop to Gunther. That was the one that surprised me. But Triple A last night, Gable and Kaiser. Holy shit, what a match that was. All right. So I'm gonna head towards home. But you can see that's what the old canal looked like. Yeah, we'll go down a little bit. Go down and check out, see if anybody's catching anything. How's it going, guys? Anybody catching anything? Little baby stuff? Yeah, there's a couple big carp in there. One of my friends pulled a nice bass out of there a few weeks ago. Wasn't too bad. Couple channel cats in there. No, since they freaking blocked this off. This used to run over the bridge. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why they did that because that just it helps keep it like fresh and moving and full when they're doing that. Who knows? Not as clear as it normally is either. Normally you can see those big carp floating around. From the bottom, I'll tell you that. Every time we reel it up, it's just really. Hmm. Good day. Yeah, you too. How's it going, guys? All right. Should I kidnap my boyfriend or just yeah, you should probably just leave him be. All right. So I don't know that I'm going to stay on too much longer here. I am going to stay on for at least a couple minutes. I want to kind of show you that was kind of an area. Too many people down there to really like talk and like show like the old canal system. As soon as you get up around this corner, that would be a good example. Sometimes I kick deer up through here too. Like they come down out of these woods through this little grassy area and they'll be out here nosing around. Okay. So where I'm at right now, this was the actual like area where like the mules would have been walking along pulling canal boats. And no trees were here during those days, obviously, because you wouldn't have been able to pull the boat. But all this bossy stuff you can see down here, all the algae growing on the water, that was the original um, canal. So there's no locks through here. There was a lock in Maslin, and there was a lock down by where the current Nichols Bakery sits. But yeah, so many years ago, over 100 years ago at this point, um, canal boats would have been coming through towns like this with loaded up with goods, being pulled along by some mules at the locks. There would have been like a gatekeeper to open and close locks as needed to get boats down or up the river. It follows the rivers pretty close, and you clearly can't see the river because this is like one of the areas where it's the farthest away from the towpath, but it does come back over. Obviously, we already seen that. But yeah, so like a lot of these logs and stuff that you see down there in the algae is where I'll see turtles sunning during the day. It's just too shady at this point, and they don't care. All right. Well, that was really what I wanted to show. You can see I'm not too far in. That's the wastewater plant. Will you be live tomorrow? No, I will not. I have a 12-hour shift, 8A to 8P, and I won't be home till probably this time. So by the time I get cleaned up and showered and all that, it'd just be too late. I'm kind of like hit or miss on when I live stream. I like to try to hit. If I can hit once a week, that's great. It's more like maybe every 2 weeks. I don't know. So last one, it was just me and Ian hanging out. Um, so I am a fireman, which means basically I'm in an ambulance taking old people to the hospital all day because we run combi companies. So once in a great while, I get in a fire truck. But I work for two different fire departments. So one job I work eights, the other one I work 12s or 24s. Or actually I could do 24s at both jobs. But I don't like working in those like 12's enough. 8 a.m. start, not bad. Don't have to get up super early. This time of year, you get home at 8, you still got time to go outside. You got anything to do outside, you can get it done. Like, I can still get in a walk tomorrow if I wanted to. I just doubt I'll do it live. I'll probably just have my headphones in and just kind of de-stress a little bit. All right. Well, hey, everybody that stopped in, like especially you, because you've been here the entire time there, Roblox. Yeah. Thanks everybody for stopping in. Anybody that checks this out later on, please remember to leave a big thumbs up. If this is content you like to see, maybe you'll subscribe to the channel. Um, Leave a comment in the other comments feed for like people that watch this later. Let me know if there's anything that you've seen that you really like to enjoy or you'd like me to go and hike and check out and share with everybody. And I'll see you next time.